Hello and welcome once again to Nomad's World. This is Rising World, episode 6, I believe. I went out and, well, first of all, where did I put that stuff? There it is. I went out and I did some mining and got me a bunch of iron and and also had gotten quite a bit of iron from the drilling through to the two dungeons from the last episode. And so I made some armor, which I have gotten confirmation on the discussion board, the Steam discussion board, that these do have defensive values. So supposedly the samurai armor is actually stronger than this, maybe, but we'll go ahead and stick with this. This worked out pretty decently. And a couple of the weapons we used, or we got from the dungeons, the black bow and the deadly warhammer. I took this out and I went back to map. I went south again. I went went way down here. There was the Savanah down here, and you can see that by the yellow. And I got some hemp. I got some acacia. There was I got a little more. I got some lemon trees. I got a little more peppers. What else did I get? I put it all in this chest so you could see what I got. This is the normal stuff. I got some more corn too, but I got some hemp seedlings. I killed some jaguars, a giraffe. The first jaguar, well, in a couple of videos ago, I had ran from, because I wasn't sure, how much damage I was going to take and whatnot. So I ran from him. This time I went up, I let him hit me once, I got bleeding damage, that ended up wearing off. I made the mistake of not taking any bandages and splints with me, which I will not do again. So then I went back and I ended up trying to shoot at him, and I missed or something, and or I might have hit him, but I switched to the melee, hit him, and it was like one hit, bam, dead. I was like, whoa. So then I went and I ended up seeing a couple more, and ended up taking them out with the bow. So I haven't done a lot of melee with this, but the black bow works pretty well. As you can see, I made a bunch of arrows. I actually have like a whole row. I made more arrows than I intended, but I thought, well, I'll end up using them until I have the repeater rifle. I did kill a giraffe and an elephant just so that I had one of each of those hides. On the way back, I had some room in my inventory, so I killed another cow. More for the meat than for the leather, but yeah, I'll take the leather too. Also killed a sheep. At one point, I was while I was bleeding, I wasn't sure if the bleeding effect would wear off, so I thought, oh, I need to like I cut down a tree real quick, and I made a crafting station, cut a couple more trees down, made a spinning wheel, picked up some cotton, killed a sheep, spun that all up into thread, and then I realized, oh, for the loom, I need to make the cloth, I need I need some iron bars or plates or something, and so that meant smelting and an anvil, and I was like, oh, that's not going to happen. And but it ended up wearing off. It took a little while, but I had food, and every time I went a little bit and ate a little bit, and it replenished a little bit of health, and eventually it wore off. So I got a little more peppers. I got some lemons. Here is my lemon saplings. We're going to go plant those. And I got some acacia saplings. This is the acacia wood and the lemon wood. We'll go put those in the proper chest. We'll plant some hemp, corn seedlings. We'll put these all in the appropriate boxes. Put these in, and let's see. We'll keep. We're gonna keep some of this, these hides. We'll put the meat in here. Still need to get that going. The resources for the smoker. I'll probably just make the campfire grill for now, and then get some of that meat cooked up. But I need to gather up the resources for the smoker. Due to all the stone that I ended up acquiring, I moved quite a bit of it over here. So these are all going to end up being stone, and I'll probably end up with, over here I'll probably have some, this is coal right there. I need to get that and then fill it back in. So yeah, I'll end up, let's see, lemon. I should just get rid of all these and go with that one. But I'll put some chests over here for some additional wood. Let's see. Let's start with, put those in there. And we, no, not shift click. There we go. Alright, I'll come back later. I need to gather all these up, put them in here, and replant the potatoes. The corn has come in, so let's claim that. 3. And we will replant our corn. Actually, no, we won't. That's enough. That's enough of that. But the hemp, we'll plant that next. Okay, and we'll get some more seedlings out of that, and whatnot. Our peppers haven't quite come in yet. Cotton, we're going to end up having to make a bunch of bandages and some splints. All of our trees have produced, so we're going to go ahead and harvest and let them go another round. I ended up, when I was cutting down the lemon trees, I ended up having to cut down like 5 of them, I think it was, in order to get the lemon saplings that I needed. Saplings right there. So we'll put one there. There we go. So 4 lemon trees. Cool. And we'll put all of our apples in here. And the lemons put there. We'll get, let's see, we'll eat those. That'll be 5 of those. We'll do like 5 lemons, and then we'll call that good, and then we'll just fill this in with apples. Let's see, and then we'll put some, maybe what I'll do is I'll go and I'll cut these down once. Nah, we won't do that. We'll just go without having the saplings in here. Alright. So, yeah, I'll come back and maybe gather some cotton and definitely gather the potatoes, stock that up. And I was kind of thinking about maybe I should switch to corn, because corn would probably have a little bit of moisture. It'll be a little less on the hunger side, or the food side, but it'll do a little bit more for the moisture. So I'll think about that. I'm looking around on the discussion boards trying to find some values for some things. I was looking for the armor values, weapon values, and they basically the weapon and the that deadly that I have and Warhammer or whatever it is for the melee, and the black bow probably are going to be about the best in the game. I did confirm from developers they are working on tooltips, so that when you go in here and you put your cursor on it, like this says block material 21, that it'll give some additional values. Like for this here, it'll tell you, more information, like, DPS or whatever. So that would be nice that when that happens. Let's see, what else we got to do here? Oh, put the corn away. And the seedlings. I really don't need all these peppers, but whatever. Hemp leaves, corn seedlings. Just put that there. And we'll end up eating those cherries here in a minute. And we'll go over back over here, drop off the hemp. And drop off the trees. Did I pick up the... Yeah. So I moved all the extra weapons and tools over to the second tab. And eventually I'll probably just, put some, I'll end up, like, I got 3 crossbows here. I don't need 3. I've got this. I've got my nice weapons. I just want to keep, a few in case I lose something that I can, re-equip quickly and get back out there and try and recover my stuff. So, a crossbow, a bow. Not too bad on the aiming part. That's not too bad. It pretty much hits where the cursor is. It does. There is a range limitation, I think, because I thought I was aiming straight at the jaguars, and they were quite a ways away, and I wasn't hitting them. They weren't even reacting. So, and let's see. I'm gonna harvest all these trees, and then we're gonna replant. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back. Alright, be right back. Alright, coming along here. Just a note here. So, most of the time I'm getting at least one sapling from these trees. Turn down the master volume here. There we go. Not quite so loud on the video. Sometimes I'm getting like none, and then a lot of times I'm getting at least one. But overall, I didn't keep track of how much cut down. Might have to do that at some point in the future. But I think I'm averaging a little more than what I'm cutting down. So, increase the number of trees I have in my farm. The center area had nothing in it because I ran out of saplings. And see, every once in a while I get a tree that doesn't give me any saplings. I want to say it's about 1 in 4. And then I get some that give me 3. So it seems to be about 0 to 3 on the saplings. So overall, I should be. Let's see, we're doing these ones here. So. Wish I knew how many I had planted. I want to say I had 2 full stacks when I started it, when I started planting them, and then a partial. So hopefully I'll get like wind up with 4. Alright, be right back. Alright, we have cleared our tree farm out. And we have, let's turn that off. Let's see, we've got 3 stacks there. And almost a full stack there. So, I think we did alright. For replacing our saplings. I'm assuming that you're going to generally get more saplings than what you cut down, so we should be able to maintain our saplings. Next thing I'm going to do, well, first let's get rid of all this wood. As you can see, I got lots of wood to work with now. We'll probably do 1 or 2 more times. And make a couple of chests full of logs. And let's go over here and dump these off. There we go. Alright. What we're gonna do, not sure how to do the timing for this because I got the game going. You can't just stand there because your hunger and thirst will eventually. Let's Let's do 3 of each. Let's see, we got spruce, 3 maple, 3 poplar, 3 acacia, 1, 2, 3 of those, and 1, 2, 3 of those. What we're going to do is, do I have anything? No, nothing in there. We're going to find out what tree, some specs on these trees. One of the things I experimented with was cutting the trees like on the trunk where I was cutting the, like on the edge or in the middle or whatever, and seeing which way it fell. It seems to be totally random, so nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. I was kind of wondering if there's a spot that you can but doesn't appear to be. So what we'll do is we'll plant 3 of each of what we have. We're not doing the fruit trees, just the regular trees. What we're going to look for from this is the color of the saplings when they drop. We're going to look for is there a difference in amount of time it takes to cut down. I know that I'm pretty sure that is a factor. And how many logs you get out of each tree. The willow, if you don't count the I really am not counting the trunk, that's or the stump, but it seems like these I think are the willow. They give 3 plus the stump, and then the birch gives 4 plus the stump. So, and I think the poplar are probably going to be, I don't remember which ones are which. So I wish there was some tooltips. But yeah, we'll let these grow, and once we're certain that they're, let's plant a couple more birch. These will be our... The reason I planted 3 was just in case the, I go to cut one down and turns out it's too early. And what I'm kind of wanting to know is, do they all take the same amount of time to grow? Now I'm spacing these ones a little further apart than I did the first time, just for because I'm really not interested in planting any more trees right at the moment. But we'll use these for determining whether they're ready for harvest. On the discussion boards, I did make a mention about tooltips, or the need for tooltips, or better tooltips, I should say. Something that like you can go up and put your cursor here, and it'll tell you what kind of tree, sapling this is, and also what growth state it's in, so that you know whether it's ready, mature tree, or if it's still going to give you nothing. Because there is on trees, there's a stage where they look like they're ready, but they're not. You can't pick up, you can't grab the tree. At least I don't think so. I never thought to see if like these give you the hand. I don't know if they. I think there's a stage where you can't grab them, but they're not quite ready for harvest. But we'll play around with some, see what we get for this experiment. What I'm looking for again is the color of the saplings. See, like this one kind of blends in with the green here. So does the willow. This one kind of blends in too. But you know, if these are any indication of what the saplings are going to look like on the ground, this one is kind of dark. That one's kind of got a broad leaf. And this one, it kind of blends in too a little bit. But you know, like when a tree drops, or you know, from cutting it down, and you're picking up the logs, how easy is it to see the saplings? You know, especially when you get like out here in the, you know, in the grass. Now, usually there's, you know, it'll be matted down when there's a sapling there, and when you pick it up, then the grass is, you know, not matted down again. But you know, I was just kind of like wandering around here, and at one point, and I come across another, you know, sapling that I had missed, and so they do blend in, and if they hit, you know, something that's too steep, they'll kind of down over here, and you'll be like, it won't be at the end of, if the tree top hits here and you got one sapling here, you know, if the hill slopes, it might kind of wander off a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. What else was I gonna show? I was gonna grab the bow and do a little hunting session on some cows. I'm wanting, let's put the chainsaw away, and I don't really need that. 5, let's fill up our canteen. There we go. Eat some more cherries. Alright, we're full there. Let's go kill some cows. Going after some leather and some more meat. So the way this works, and cows I'm able to one-shot, so they're really easy. We'll go south because there was lots of animals around here. Shoot them in the butt. Left click and hold. You can aim where your cursor is. That's where it's going to hit, basically. I'd like to see that streamlined a little bit, because that's kind of annoying. Having F enter. They need a loot all button. Or maybe on that menu have a loot and hide option. It's getting kind of dark. Let's take a little nap. I'll be right back. Alright, killed a couple more cows. I want to see what the range is on this thing. That's pretty decent. I don't think bears and cats can really get a gander on me at that range. Some of the cows are only giving me 2. So 2 pieces of meat, one hide. There's a couple more cows up here. Hi, Bessie. Meat. your maker. Alright. I guess it's not too bad doing it on the fly. Where are we at? Yeah, we're basically full. Let's go for one more. Actually, let's kill something else. These guys will attack you if you don't kill them. Oh, he only gave me... I'm kind of curious whether these guys will despawn eventually. Let's kill one more goat. This will give us some leather too. And it'd be nice if this stuff would stack. But no such luck. Alright. So we're full. Now the cooked meat should stack. So we'll see if that's the case. What else can we do? Oh, we're out of stamina. If you stop for a second, your stamina will start to come back, and then you can kind of walk, and your stamina will keep coming back. So we got plenty of meat going on. We just need to cook it up. There was I went through all the workstations, seeing if there was anything else. You know, what else do we have that we can make that we haven't already? There was the record player thing. There's a press. Let's see. Crafting stations. There's the grinding station and the paper press. We need one of each of those. This will allow us to make paper, which you can make posters, you can make blueprints, and you can make maps. I've already got a map, so I don't really need that. The posters I'm not real interested in. That, I guess you can take a GIF or JPEG or something like that and put a poster in your game, in the game, utilizing that. The blueprint uses what is it? A gold bar. Utilities. Where did I see that? Maybe it was in this one over here. Utilities. No. Resources. No. Maybe it was down in one of these. Oh, maybe it was in the loom. I don't think so. Miscellaneous. So we need. I want to make one of these. Gonna make the smoker at some point, but I need some more iron, I think. Market stand is no big thing. The piano would be great to put in a house. Just a second. Oh, sneeze. Um, but we'll build that later when the house is built. We'll probably do this. We might make this at some point since we've got 4 records. Let's see, construction resources. No. Where was it that I saw decoration? Is that it? I need to go moose hunting and get one of them. Gosh, I can't even remember now where I saw that. But the blueprint, the map, there it is, miscellaneous. Okay, so there's the map, which I already have in my. I got that here. I got the compass and the watch or clock, whichever. Poster. Take custom images to put something in the game. Fireworks, I'm not really concerned about those. We'll probably end up making a few once we have lots of sulfur. Also takes paper. Trash cans instead of the chest. These actually, I think, delete items. So I'm not really into that. I'm into holding on to things for a while until I'm certain that something can't be used, because like all those blades of grass, maybe later on you can use those to make reed pads or something, who knows. But definitely I'll make one of these, put it over the campfire, maybe some skewers, maybe a spit for a pig or something like that. I don't know. And then definitely want a smoker for cooking up the majority of my meats. But the blueprint takes 1 paper and 1 gold ingot. And what this does is if you create a building, and you can mark coordinates around the building, and the blueprint will be a copy of that building. Then it'll be saved in a file in a directory on your hard drive, and you can then at some point place that building. Now I think it makes a copy of the building. It doesn't like delete the building and put it into the blueprint. I think it just makes a copy of it, so it doesn't remove it from your game. So that's useful when you you start a new world. You can go in and place some structures that right at the start. I don't think it includes things like chests, the piano, any chairs, things like that. I think it's just like walls, doors, windows, the floor, that kind of stuff. So, but we'll get into that. We'll at some point try it out. We'll have our house built, and we'll make a blueprint of it, and then go off someplace, and maybe on we'll put another one down somewhere. I'd like to find a ocean at some point. I'd like to find a desert. We found a savanna, but there's no sand in there. That's just kind of an African style. There was giraffes, elephants, jaguars. I think there's leopards in the. There's one other cat. I think it's a leopard. I don't think they're in the in the deserts, but and then of course there's the bears. So let's see, what else can we do? there was at least one more thing I wanted to make. So the gramophone, the two items for the from the crafting stations, which was the press and the grinding station. Not sure what those are really going to... well, the press will make paper, but the grinding stone, I'm not sure. We'll make one just so we have it. We'll kind of play around with it a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be of any use to us. You know, we'll finish up our orchard. That's planted. Let's see, I need to make some bandages. I need to do another mining session, get some more iron. My armor used up 128 bars of iron, so that wiped out my iron supply. I do have lots of iron rods, and I'd like to have a bunch of, you know, I'd like to have a full stack of rods, full stack of plates, and a couple stacks of ingots, just so that I have them. Obviously I'm getting quite a bit of copper, but I have no major use for that. I'm probably going to make a little room here, or kind of a little alcove with some additional chests, and I'll move this chest in there. Maybe I'll put a, you know, brick block floor just so that it's flat, and I'll separate the different iron metals so that you know, because I need lots of iron. I need you know, some more gold, but I need a bunch more iron, yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Did I leave anything? Oh yeah, I'll put that in there. We'll cook this up on the next video. We'll make the grill, cook up some meat, check the status of our trees, check the status of our lemon trees down there. I'll do a bunch of mining and harvest my potatoes, make some bandages, and some splints. So if I go adventuring again, I have those. Not really a big need to go out and you know, adventuring, other than to look for the areas that the biomes that I am missing. I need the sand later on, and then we get a bit more wood. You know, we'll get that. We'll get this area replanted and growing, because I'm going to use a lot of wood for my house. No, I don't want it up there. The reason I'm thinking of building it up on there is because it's going to be kind of like a tri-level, which is basically where you have like, this will be like, if you look at this chest as being a house, this would be like one level, and it'd be kind of partly in the ground and partly sticking out. This would be like a rec room with some sliding glass doors on one end going outside, but mostly, you know, like part of it would be under the ground. Then you have above that, you have another level, and that would be like where the you know, some bedrooms and some bathrooms are. And then, being a tri-level, it basically, instead of going up a full, you'd have over here, you would have another you know, another chest, and it would be another floor, but it would be like halfway between the level of this floor and the one that's on top of it. So it'd be kind of in the middle. So there, you know, if the ground kind of slopes up a little bit, it would be sitting on that. That way the stairs are kind of like a half set of staircase going up into that, and that's where your main, you know, your living room, maybe your master bedroom, your kitchen and dining room area are. And so that'd be where the majority of your when you got people over, and but I'd have a living room. I've kind of drawn a rough floor plan. I'll have to kind of measure it out a little bit more, draw it up a bit, and but it's going to have a den, master bedroom, a guest room, a theater room. There'll be a kitchen with a dining room and an informal dining area with a family room, kind of a lounge area. Of course, you got to have a like a half bath for that level, as well as the master bath. Entry, it's got to have a deck, of course. We'll have a fire pit, which will be that. What was it? Let's see, lights. Be one of these, but I'll put it in the ground a little bit so that it's kind of sticking up a little bit. Maybe put some stuff around it, some round stones or curved stones around it a little bit to see what I can do with that. To make a little fire pit, some chairs and benches around it. Maybe a gazebo. Who knows? We'll just kind of build it and expand on it. So that's going to do it for this video. Hope you liked it. Please be sure to subscribe and share, and give me any comments on what you'd like to see. Getting closer to start of the construction, guys. The sand I do need, but we can put in the window frames and leave the glass out for a while. But I want to get a few more resources gathered up. I'll do a mining session and harvest some potatoes, and we'll get ourselves set up with the press, the grinding stone. Maybe we'll make that gramophone so we can play a couple records, see what that looks like. We'll get some meat cooked up in the next video, and we'll get some more trees planted so as to start getting more resources there. Alright, I will catch you next time. Thank you. Bye.